There's no cure for racing. You're not even going broke. The only cure for racing is the end of our lives, not the end of our career.
By far the best series I've ever raced in, dollar for dollar. I can race all year on a quarter what it would cost me to run anything else.
Here you can beat it out or make a new one and be back the next week. And it's really an affordable series. I really like it.
It's nice to come back, and have the car slide around and, put it back in the driver's hands. I like that.
Hi guys, I'm Olivia Pritchett and I am here at the beautiful Jennerstown Speedway. We are so excited for the championship race for the Northern and Southern divisions. In the Northern division, Jim Crabtree currently has a 40-point advantage over driver Kevin Cromer. So Cromer still has room to move up and grab that Northern championship from Crabtree. In the Southern division, Ben Ebling has a very strong lead for the Southern Championship. Now the catch is he's only been to this track once in his entire racing career, and it didn't go well for him. He got caught up in a wreck, he cut 2 tires, so there's a lot of pressure for him to maintain his strength, come into this race, and grab his first ever championship with the Super Cup Stock Car Series.
Once again, a large crowd is gathered here at Jennerstown Speedway as the Super Cup Stock Car Series celebrates not only its 10th anniversary, but a championship here this weekend. You heard from Olivia Pritchett. I'm Gene Crane. We'll cover all the action as our field has rolled off the pit road here at Jennerstown Speedway for the first of the Twin 50s presented by United Tire and Service. In row number 1 on the pole after sweeping in both races back in July, Brett Nelson starts the 80 on the inside of row number 1. He's joined by Brian Harrison in car 15. Point leader Jim Crabtree Jr. has the 63 inside row number 2, and he's joined by J.P. Crabtree in the 42. Cody Robaugh is a 5-time winner here at Jennerstown in Super Cup competition. He's on the inside of row 3, and last year's champion Harvey Harrison in the 51 on the outside. Ben Ebling in car 44 starts inside row 4. He's joined by Bill Ashton in the 35 on the outside. Stephen Cox in the 21 car lines up inside row number 5. He's joined by Larry Wilcox in car 66. Row 6 will see John Kemerinsky in the 33 and Tim Richardson in car number 90. Ryan Coltroiter lines up to the inside of row 7 with car 07 and Trent Gosser in the 71 alongside him. On row number 8, Jared Brocker in the 72 on the inside, and Brandon Harrison in car number 5 on the outside. Row number 9, Ron Langdon in the 90L on the inside, and Kevin Cromer in car 77. Brent Cross in car 47 lines up inside row 10, along with Jason Shue in car number 3. The 12 car of Mike Potter lines up on the inside of row 11, and Mike Forbes in the 41 alongside him. Starting shotgun on the field will be car number 52, Kyle Cromer. Field shapes up and is set 2x2 over in turn number 4, looking to the flag stand for the start. Nelson and Harrison bringing them down. Green's in the air, and Nelson is going to get the jump. He'll bring Crabtree along with him as they work to turn 1. Nelson takes an early lead. Crabtree to the 2nd spot. Harrison on the outside in that 3rd position. Robar on the 7 car trying to challenge Harrison as they work to turn 3. Everybody chasing Brent Nelson as they work into the corner. Jim Crabtree Jr. in the 63 car with lower as they work through turns 3 and 4, but it's Nelson leading lap number 1, Crabtree in tow, and here comes Cody Robaugh closing in on the rear bumper cover of the 63 of Crabtree as they work off of turn 2. Battle for second might be developing as they work to that 3rd turn. Crabtree up the racetrack, leaves a little room on the bottom. Robaugh sees that opening and tries to drive to the inside. Robaugh again looking to the inside down in turn 1. Alongside goes the 7 of Cody Robaugh, and Crabtree on the outside gives way. Cody Robaugh will take over 2nd. Everybody chasing Brent Nelson, though, as they work off of turn 4. Nelson leads them across start-finish as we head to break. Let's take a look at our top 5. It's Nelson, Robaugh, Crabtree Jr., Brian Harrison, J.P. Crabtree. Don't go away. More action coming your way from right here at Jennerstown Speedway. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Performance Fiberglass Products and by G-Force Race Gear, your home for quality, innovation, and value. Super Cup Stock Car action at Jennerstown Speedway. Season finale, final Twin 50s of the 2017 season here at Jennerstown Speedway. And the battle for the lead is getting intense up front. Brett Nelson getting a lot of pressure from Cody Robaugh in the 7 car. Nelson was led for the drop of the green flag, but Robaugh trying to take it away after starting inside row 3. 2 leaders off the corner. Robaugh taking a peek that time out of 4, just not enough. Can he do anything down in turns 1 and 2? Nelson slams the door shut. Off of turn 2, Robaugh gets the nose to the inside, battle down the back straightaway. Nelson into turn 3, uses the 3 car of Jason Shue as a pick. And Robaugh will have to once again mount a challenge as Nelson leads them across start finish. Crabtree, Harrison, and JP Crabtree, your top 5. Here's Robaugh. He gets a run for the center of their corner in turns 1 and 2. Got the nose to the inside of the 80 car, but not enough as Nelson hangs on to the lead. Off of turn 4, Nelson's car drifts up the racetrack just a little bit. Robaugh cuts it down low, down to turn 1. Can he get alongside? He has a fender there. Now he pulls alongside Cody Robaugh and Brent Nelson side by side. Battle down the back straightaway for the race lead into turn 3. On board with Cody Robaugh, Nelson's car right in the center of the corner, shoots up the racetrack just a little bit. Robaugh with a nose out front as they nearly touch going down into turn 1. Nelson to the high side, Robaugh to the inside. Off of turn 2, Nelson gets to run. Nelson into the outside wall, scrapes the outside wall. Robaugh also with some contact to the left front of the 80 car. Don't know if Cody knew that Brent Nelson was still up there, but wow, that could have been disastrous for both drivers. Leaders back to turns 1 and 2 as the rest of the field sweeping by our speedy cam here at start finish. There was the 77 of Kevin Cromer just going by. We'll go on board with Kevin Cromer, the 77, who didn't qualify quite as he expected.
Well, the last 2 we had a second and a third, which we had a pretty good car. I put the same setup back in it, but it doesn't seem to be to my liking today. I think maybe the changes we made, hopefully we made it a little bit better and at least get up to where I'm comfortable with it. I'd like to be in the top 5 again tonight. That's what I strive for every week. I mean, everybody comes here to win, but the competition's really tough, and to win every time out it's pretty hard to do. So we shoot for a top 5, and then the wins will come after that.
Well, Kevin right now mired in the back half of the top 10, doing battle with Brandon Harrison and the 5 car. Kevin Cromer looking for a good run here tonight. On board with Stephen Cox. Stephen Cox has won already here in 2017, but he's very aware that there's some steep competition here in the Super Cup Series, especially as we get here to Jennerstown Speedway, a favorite for most of this series.
You know, this is, I guess, the 5th race. We had 2 DNFs. We had a clutch problem at Midvale, and we've had 1 car that went the distance 1 time, and we won the race. So we're fast, but you know, out here, there's going to be a lot of guys to beat. Brent is really fast here. Cody is of course always really fast here, and I think he may end up running the 7 in the first race, and so that's going to give me some people to beat. There's some really quick guys out today.
They certainly are, and they are really battling it out up front. Brent Nelson gave way finally to the pressure of Cody Robaugh. Robaugh, your race leader. As we head to break, let's take a look at our top 5 in the United Tire and Service presentation of the Twin 50s from here at Jennerstown Speedway. It's Robaugh, Nelson, Crabtree Jr., JP Crabtree to 4th, and Brian Harrison rounding out your top 5. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by United Tire and Service and by Stable Oil Stabilizer. Prevent corrosion above and below the oil line. Super Cup Stock Car Series action from Jennerstown Speedway. Olivia Pritchett and Gene Crane bringing you all the action as we ride along with Ben Ebling, Southern Division competitor and point leader, as he closes in on his car owner, Mike Potter, in that 12 car. A lot of pressure for a championship, and Olivia spoke with Ben about that earlier.
Okay, so feeling the pressure to win the Southern Division Championship, right?
Every time I talk to you, it's about pressure. Last time it was pressure at Lonesome Pine to repeat, and this week it's the Southern Division Championship. And, you know, we're going to run a race, and whatever comes of it is what comes of it. You know, if championship comes out of it, that'll be great. If not, we're very blessed to have the season we've had so far. So I'm going to go out there to win the race. I mean, that's the only thing I know is going out there to win the race. If we have the car to do it, we'll do it. If we can do it on the outside, inside, wherever we can do it, we'll do it. But I don't want to go out there and tear anything up, my stuff or anybody else's.
Might have noticed there in turn 1, the caution light has come out. We've got a problem over in 3 and 4. A lot of smoke over in that corner, and on to pit road is the 41 car. Mike Forbes has brought his car to pit road. A lot of smoke out of the exhaust pipe. Appears to most likely be a terminal engine issue for the 41 of Mike Forbes. Crews over to help kind of push that car out of the middle of the pit road area. Jared Brocker is also on pit road. A right front tire being exchanged on that car. So Brocker pulls away in the 72 car. Crew watching, as well as his father. A family effort there, as it is with many of the racers here in the Super Cup Series. Fathers, grandfathers, wives, sons, daughters. Let's find out what happened to Jared from his father, Dwayne Brocker.
He had a nice blowout on the right front there, and I didn't have my radios on. His wife has the radios on, and I didn't get to hear what went on there. But he's back out there now.
Jared has rejoined the field as we get set for a restart. To reset your top 4, and that would be Cody Robaugh and Brent Nelson, rows number 1. Row number 2, JP Crabtree and Brian Harrison. As we get set for the restart, looking to the flag stand. Green is out, and you go grabbing for gears and head to turn 1 with Cody Robaugh once again taking the race lead in that 7 car. Brent Nelson in that 2nd spot. JP Crabtree's 42 car in that 3rd position. The battle is for 4th position. Jim Crabtree Jr. has got to run to the inside of Brian Harrison. Harrison in that 15 car up on the outside. It's a pretty good forward bite off of turn 4 that time, and he will once again take over 4th. Crabtree back to 5th, and Ben Ebling right behind that top 5 in the 6th position. Brian Harrison put together a couple of good runs back in July here at Jennerstown, and is proving here tonight that was no fluke. They've really got things going their way here in that 15 car. Across start finish is Cody Robaugh here in race number 1, but race number 2 will not be his responsibility. His grandfather, who's quite a wheelman in his own right, will take over the wheel of the 7 car for race number 2. Let's talk to Cody.
He's going to get in the car regardless on the 2nd race.
Okay, he was talking differently, so
Yeah, he's getting in regardless. He don't have an option.
So, what are your hopes for tonight?
My hopes is we get 2 wins. I think we got a good enough car to do it. That's what we plan to do.
And you've ran well here in the past, haven't you? Talk about that.
Yeah, we've had good cars here. The track fits me well, I suppose, and it's a really nice facility. So we've had good cars and had a little luck.
How was practice?
It was good. Car's pretty close. We got to tweak on a little bit, but it's close.
After 5 trips to victory lane, I'd say Cody Robaugh is, well, he's adapted to Jennerstown Speedway pretty well. As we head to break, let's take a look at our top 5. Robaugh, Brent Nelson, JP Crabtree, Brian Harrison, and Jim Crabtree Jr. Don't go away. More action from here at Jennerstown Speedway. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Racing Electronics and by G-Force Racing Gear, your home for quality, innovation, and value. And continuing to file into Jennerstown Speedway, this is just the first of Twin 50s here tonight for the Super Cup Stock Car Series, all presented by United Tire and Service. Cody Robaugh continues to show the way in the 7 car. The battle for 2nd has heated up. JP Crabtree in the 42 putting the pressure on Brent Nelson in that 80 car. Just behind them is the 15 of Brian Harrison, and all 3 of these drivers have a shot at the Southern Division title, currently controlled by Ben Ebling. We talked to PR coordinator Aaron Creed about this battle.
Ben Ebling is first with his good run at Lonesome Pine, but that's really close. It's much closer in the Southern Division. You have JP Crabtree once again, and also Brent Nelson. They are both mathematically eligible for the title. Also Harvey and Brian Harrison have an outside shot. Once again, Ben's in the driver's seat, but it's really only a first or second that's going to seal it for him. You know, if he has a bad run and one of those other drivers wins, finishes top 3 or something, then they'll be the Southern Division champion.
Ben Edling continues to hang just outside the top 5 in that 6th position. J.P. Crabtree's gotten by Brent Nelson for 2nd. Nelson back to 3rd. Brian Harrison in 4th position has got company. This is the Northern Division point leader, Jim Crabtree Jr., putting the pressure on Harrison for 4th in the race, but it is Crabtree in command of the Northern Division, as he has been for most of the year. Once again, let's hear from Aaron Creed.
No, it's only 40 points over Kevin Cromer. So those are the only 2 that are eligible, that are mathematically eligible for the championship in the North Division. Basically, Kevin's going to need to finish better than Jimmy, and probably a couple, 2 or 3 spots better than Jimmy to have a shot at that title. Once again, if Jimmy sets the pace, then it's his to lose. They're going to have to kind of wrestle it away from him.
We heard from Kevin earlier today, and he was struggling with that race car, and Jim Crabtree Jr. now putting the pressure on Brent Nelson for the 3rd position. So Crabtree looks like he is definitely in command of that points battle for the Northern Division. Pretty good battle for 3rd as they work down the back straightaway. Crabtree's going to look to the inside. It's been 10 years of competition in the Super Cup Stock Car Series. A lot of great champions and a lot of good racers that have moved on to other forms of racing, and racers that have come back to racing via the Super Cup Stock Car Series. It's been a lot of work, a lot of time and effort by one man in particular, Joe Schmaling, competition director of the Super Cup Stock Car Series. There's been a lot of other folks along the way that have helped made this series a very competitive series and a record number of entries here this weekend at Jennerstown Speedway. Things continue to grow and look very prosperous for the Super Cup Stock Car Series, and Cody Robaugh, our race leader, shows just how dominant some of these racers can be going off and racing in other divisions. Let's hear from Joe Schmaling about the growth of the Super Cup Series.
Hard work and dedication. Just never give up. I do not intend to fail. We've got the finest group of racers around. The economy is turned around. Our car count is at record levels. We're here at Jennerstown Speedway for our championship. Have 24 cars on the ground ready to go tonight. So it just couldn't get any better. Everything we've done this year is a new record for the year and for the series.
Cody Robaugh cutting through traffic. Let's go back to the series, though. Joe Schmaling, no stranger to stock car racing and cup racing in particular. You go back to the Harrigantes, the Skull Bandit. Hell yeah, Joe Schmaling, a very big part of that team as well. Right now, though, Cody Robaugh showing Grandpa how he gets it done. We'll see how Larry Berg handles this car in race number 2. Meanwhile, we're headed to break. Here's a look at our top 5. Robaugh, Crabtree, Nelson, and Harrison. Don't go away. More from Jennerstown. The Super Cup Stock Car Series is brought to you by Lincoln Welders and by 303. Keeps your car looking new longer. Closing laps here in the championship weekend. First race of Twin 50s for the Super Cup Stock Car Series. Presented by United Tire and Service. Cody Robaugh wrestled the lead away from the 80 car Brent Nelson early on and has not relinquished it, riding along with Cody Robaugh. He'll give up the reins for grandfather Larry Berg to drive this car in race number 2. Robaugh off the corner. And a cross start finish. 2 to go for Cody Robaugh. Behind him, J.P. Crabtree has advanced his way all the way to the 2nd position. But it is Cody Robaugh, the Grant County Mulch Chevrolet, the 7 car, in command here tonight at Jennerstown. At least for race number 1, a cross start finish, white flag in the air. One more time around the big half mile. Located in the Laurel Mountain region of western Pennsylvania. Driver out of Ohio. Looks to be headed to victory lane. Robaugh down into turn 3. All by himself. Off of the 4th corner. Checkers are in the air, and Cody Robaugh will pick up the win in race number 1, the first of the Twin 50s. Crabtree will finish 2nd, followed by Jim Crabtree Jr. and Brent Nelson. Cody Robaugh headed to victory lane. For the 6th time in his career, Olivia Pritchett is with our happy winner.
Cody Robach, congratulations. How does it feel to take home another win at Jennerstown Speedway?
It feels good. I mean, anytime you get a win's good, but the main purpose of driving that race is to make sure Pap's got a hot rod for tonight, and I think he does, so I'm pretty excited for him.
Awesome. How did you move up so quickly?
The car fired off pretty good. We didn't have quite the long run speed, but it fired off quick, so like I said, it's just hopefully everything goes well for Pap tonight. That's what it's all about.
All right, well, congratulations and great job.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations indeed to Cody Robaugh on his win here tonight. Let's also congratulate our champion. Southern Division champion is Ben Ebling, and the Northern Division champion is Jim Crabtree Jr. Olivia is with our champions.
Jimmy Crabtree, how does it feel to be the Northern Division champion?
It feels good. You know, we really want the next one, so my main goal of that race was to finish and just stay out of trouble. JP had a really good run, you know. I mean, I wouldn't mind to see him win the championship either, so hopefully it'll be one of us. We still got a good car for the next race, so I'll work on it, and hopefully it'll be at the front.
So you are looking ahead.
Yes, I'm ready for the next one.
Ben Ebling, congratulations. You came here for the Southern Championship and you got it. What was the key to the success?
It's just staying out there and being consistent. We didn't have the car. We just didn't have the forward drive to get up there and race with top 2 or 3 guys, and just consistent running our race and being there at the end.
Where does this rank in your successes?
This is my only championship in my career. I've finished second I don't know how many times, so to have a championship really means a lot, and I really thank Joe a lot for putting this on. He's done a great job with this series. It shows in the car count and the amount of people in the stands. It's a great race and a great series to come and race for this, so we really appreciate him doing this.
Well, we are just so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I got to thank my sponsors, Wrench Rags, Battery Specialist of Hickory, Mike Potter, my car owner. He does a great job and allows me to come out here and do this, and I'm very blessed. My wife, she's at home. She didn't get to make this trip because we had a sick little one, so really thinking about her. So,
well, congratulations to all of our champions. One more championship to decide. That is the overall. That'll happen in race number 2. Finish order: Robaugh, Crabtree, Nelson, and Harrison, our top 5. Then it was Ebling, Harvey Harrison, Stephen Cox, Larry Wilcox, Tim Richardson in the top 10. Bill Ashton, last year's winner of this race, finishes in 11th. Thanks for joining us. On behalf of Olivia Pritchett and the entire Sopwith Motorsports crew, I'm Gene Creighton. We'll see you next time.